All right, what we're going to do is talk about these cell phones and recovery, amongst other things. And I really want to go into another direction, especially about the younger generation and the cell phones. But I can't because I'll get way out in left field. And it hit me before I started this. Okay, a lot of us, and seeing I grew up around like Atari, Nintendo, 8 tracks, records, TVs to where you had to get up and turn the switches, VHS to where we went to the store and had to pick out, tapes, and if it wasn't rewound all the way, then you got charged extra, things like that. You had to go out and get it, which if it had stopped right there, we'd be a lot better in society, but that's just not how things are intended by evil. So what it is now everything's full throttle. Everything's right at our fingertips, all of it. And a lot of us are wondering, why can't I get sober? Why can't I get clean? I do all this stuff. I've read all this. I've done everything right here. I've read everything. Man, I'm always on here looking for stuff. But it's like, do you ever actually apply what it is that you find? And what I mean by that is this, see, when we're trying to get better, I never really tried to look a whole lot online. I didn't. It was just, I'm just going to do it on my own. I'm badass, and never happened. Or it's some of my experience, I would use just a little bit of it and get somewhere and then crumble until I learned how to combine all of my past experience to get to where I am right now, along with the Army that's helped get me here. And but if we're constantly looking down, that's why it's important for this. This thing right here, this is not a design that a creator would put down here on earth to give something that he designed like us. Because what this does is it takes faculties within us. Our faculty from looking from here to here is not natural. What our faculty truly is to be outside, is to see the trees and the leaves and the vibrations of the colors and all the different frequencies and stuff. It gets far out there, but it's the truth. Okay? I could never get better until I identified all that stuff and more things would open up. But these are designed to pull us in, to pull the faculty from what the design is out there. Seeing all of our brains are slowly being pulled in from the outside to the inside. And we're all wondering why we can't get better. It's because our brains, not only are we putting the drugs and alcohol away, but we're constantly on shit like this, or TV and stuff that's not designed. And and you still see those images that go within your subconscious of the substances that tried to kill you. That's what happens is when you see that. See, and that's another thing. We're not supposed to see certain things over and over, because once I see things over and over within my subconscious, my mind's been there. And if I water it long enough without identifying what it truly is, I'm going to crumble every time. But my whole point is this, is the faculty of learning how to read, whatever it is. The books, getting the books out and reading and making the mind look at the words, words that you don't understand that are old. You go to a dictionary and look it up in another one, because even dictionaries are wrong. But the mind is always exercising. On here, what are we doing? We're scrolling. That's, scrolling right along. If we don't like it, we'll just go to something else. And then go to a game. And then go to texting somebody, and then to this, and then to the social media thing, and then to this. And seriously, the mind is still not healing from all the other shit combined with this. And it's not. That's why we can get 2 or 3 weeks, couple months without that, but we're just so far up this phone and all the gadgets asses that we can't see it coming slowly back. And then eventually we relapse, and then where are we at? Back on the phone. And, saying, damn, I got 2 months, and the whole time we're not even identifying that it's the fucking phone that actually pulled that shit me back down. And that's where we are. We're in a habit of this. Even before going to meetings and shit, even during meetings. You know what's fucking rude is people in them meetings sitting over on their phones and shit. You ain't that important. I'm talking about in some of the meetings I go to. And it's not, and it's everywhere. Even after the meetings. We have gotten out of this. If we need it, we need it. For something serious. But just to bullshit on, even in recovery, after the meetings and stuff, just sitting around, we should be using it to put the numbers in of your contacts. Get rid of the contacts that you didn't need. Why we still hold on to those? Because when we're strolling through there, if we've got a couple of months, bam, oh, I ain't seen them in a while. I'm back on the damn wagon or train again. See what I'm saying? It's a trick too. We can throw all that away, and then that's why they say in a lot of the rehabs, you can't have your phones and shit, but hell, truthfully, the counselors and all them, they do the same shit. They do. So, they're no better than we are down here. If all that makes any kind of sense. If you want true freedom from everything, you've got to put all this shit down too. Put it down. This was the beginning of all the shit that you're going through was because of this. This right here. You produced more images within this to go in your subconscious that watered your addiction and your disease of whatever it is through this. If it wasn't for this, you wouldn't have all that shit within your head and getting hooked up and, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. Like in the old days, before beepers, you'd just say meet here and you'd have to wait there on them. Now it's, you're constantly setting up shit, dirty stuff because of this. And when you can finally see that, and we're still, even without the drugs and alcohol, we're still setting up shit. Even in a gangster kind of way. Still doing the dumb shit that we did, posting the dumb stuff, shit, making fun of this, and never truly looking within ourselves of what the fuck did this thing do to me? Because if you look at society, the children now that are in their early 20s and late 20s, the obesity of the younger generation is out of hand because of these. Drugs and alcohol is nothing compared to all that nationwide. And then they're pushing on TV. If you try to tell somebody to get in shape, you're a sexist. But all it is they're wanting you to die and get on all these ailments and medications and everything. When all I'm trying to do is tell you this. I want you to stay alive. I want you to be around with me. So we can tell people, listen, we identified all this shit that's bad for us. And what it was doing going into our brains. And how it turned us from natural to man-made shit. All of it. Everything man-made comes out of here. Wikipedia, all of it. It's a feel-good thing. Google, Siri, tell me, how do I feel? Don't have the drugs and alcohol, but I've got this. This is more deadly than all of that. This can get me in more trouble than anything. I have to learn how to put this to the side, and the children need to as well. But if the parents buy this to give the children to keep them quiet and to keep them passive to go so they can go enjoy their medications from Mother Cersei, which is the pharmacy, then we're not going to win, and the design of making these is winning. You see the design? They're in their room doing nothing. They're down here on pills doing nothing. Watching this or the TV and all that other shit, doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. No reading, nothing. The faculty of learning how to read and to understand and to put things together is taking. Because for decades, this is it. Or the TV, it's it. Nothing else. No learning, don't have to. Don't have to do nothing. This makes everything easy. It's got apps in it now. I don't have to do my own checkbook. I can balance. It does it all. I don't even have to look at cash. I don't even need it. I'm the younger generation. Why do I need cash? I don't need that shit. What are y'all talking about? I get free stuff because of all this right here, the free stuff and the fast food and everything, and all that's slowly taking the cash out of society by design. All this right here, this is the cube right here. This is Saturn. That's what this is. This represents destruction. Saturn does. And it does. This is insane how far I can take this shit. But anyways, don't feel bad about everything. The whole thing is be like, learn how to look at everything and say, where did that come from? Why is that here? All of it. Every bit of it. Every last bit of it. And if you're watching this, and you got a lot of money and you want to start growing hemp with me, like not CBD, hemp. Okay, what we'll do is where I'm living that's legalized, and we'll grow it and sell it to where they make the furniture and stuff out of. So you can supposedly grow it 5 times faster, and it sells for 5 times higher than oak. So why not? My story represents hemp and cannabis and CBD and all that in a professional manner. And in less than 10 days, I'll have 5 years from there to here with 0 pharmaceutical medications at all have went through this body. None. I have journaled. I have gotten fitness articles. It is insane what has opened up because I have cut my passions around me. And I've jeopardized and sacrificed a lot to learn and say, that it takes 5 years for an alcoholic's mind to come around. Well, let's give it a try. Well, I'm coming up on 5 years. And I truly believe that. And they say meth is probably a little bit longer. But I will never stop growing and I'll never stop learning on here or the other side. Love the shit out of you.